What's going on, YouTube universe? Welcome back to another episode of Auction Life. I hope it's tailgate auction day, and it's about 6 o'clock, and there's one other person here. There's a car parked next to me, but it's been here all night and there's nothing in it. I think somebody just parked here. I don't know if we're even going to have the auction today because the weather says there's a 50-50 chance of morning showers. I mean, I see a lot of blue sky, but sometimes if people even think there's a chance of rain, they won't even bother loading up and coming out. So we shall see what happens. Hopefully we'll have an auction today, although it's looking pretty grim right now. Let's see what happens. Alright, we're back. We're unloaded. I don't know if you can see this. I just picked this up yesterday. It's a porcelain top table. It's in really good shape. That's going to end up in the booth probably tomorrow. But yeah, we got two tables. We're all set up. There's 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 or 6 vendors. So it's not affecting the people coming out to buy, I hope. But less vendors means less competition, so we'll see. There's a young man, I don't know his name yet. I'll have to get his name and put it at the end of the video, but he drove an hour and a half from New Brunswick, New Jersey to come check out the auction, and so he's been watching my videos. He's been watching Tacos, and Tacos here today too, so he wanted to come out and meet us, which I thought was really cool. I mean, to drive an hour and a half to come talk to somebody, but he's interested in doing this kind of stuff too, and hey, the more the merrier, you know what I mean? Like, if he sends you if you see this, buddy, send me a message and I will link your YouTube channel to my channel, and you know, we should all just be able to get along and coexist and have fun. So I'm gonna take a little stroll here and see if there's anything good, and we will get at it.
What does that mean? I mean, he goes to sleep for the whole winter?
A lot of tools today.
Let's see that.
Most of them are metal bottoms. There's a red line in there. See that? I told you. Never know what you'll find in there. What's happening?
$240. We're going to do these toolboxes by themselves. That's 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Is there anything in this one? That's just empty? Okay. Choice of the toolbox is 1, 2, or 3. Or is it 1, 2, or 3? Choice of the toolbox is $10. $10 $5 for choice. What about 5? I'll take 5, 5, bid on 5, bid on 5, bid on 5. 5, I have now 7.5. 7.5, 7.5, anywhere 7.5. So $5, number 161. $5, number 161. In the front. Oh, okay. Thank you, George. He is. George and I go way back. I want to tell you how far back. Okay. Choice on top of the table, $5. $5 for choice. 5 high, but on 5, but on 5, anywhere 5. 5 high, but on 5, anywhere 5. 2.5. I saw him first, actually. 2.5, now 4. 4.5, 6. 6. Bid on 6. Are you in at 6? 6, 6. Looking for 6. 6. Bid on 6. So $4. Number 153. Number 153. L Mets. Choice on top of the table, $2.5. 2.5, I have now 4. 4. Bid on 4. Bid on 4. Anywhere 4. Sold $2.5, number 161. $2.5, number 161. Sockets. And whatever it is. Sockets and paint? Is that paint in there? Choice on top of the table, $2.5. 2.5, 2.5. 2 bucks. 2, 2, bid on 2, anywhere 2. 2 I had, now 4. 4 bid on 4, anywhere 4. 4 bid on 4. Sold $2, number 159. $2, number 159. Fix that little thing, whatever that was. Stud finder. You're in luck now. I shouldn't have said that either. Choice on top of the table. Can I beat that guy? Choice on top of the table, $2. 2, 2, bid on 2, bid on 2. 2 I have now. 4, 4, bid on 4, bid on 4. Sold $2, number 161. We'll pause for the locomotive. I get it. More YouTubers in the audience than you could shake a stick at. And I appreciate every one of you guys. There's one guy here, I don't know what his channel name is, but I don't want him to get away without me finding out. But it's great. Thank you very much, guys. A couple of you have come a long way, and I really do appreciate it. Choice on top of this table, $2. $2, 2, 2, bid on 2, bid on 2, anywhere 2. I can? $2, 2, 2, bid on 2. See, I did. They still don't want it. How about a buck? Everywhere. I saw you first. $1, not 2. 2, bid on 2, bid on 2, anywhere 2. Sold $1, number 147. $1, number 147. That's right. John's on it. Choice on top of the table. There's nothing left in the front, I don't think. Choice on top of the table, $1. $1 I have, where's 2? 2, bid on 2, bid on 2, anywhere 2. Sold $1, number 159. $1, number 159. Choice on top of the table, $1. $1. A buck, a buck, a buck. $1. $1. $1 I have. He sounds like somebody else. $2, two, bid on two, anywhere two. So $1, number 141. $1, number 141. How'd you do that? The other guy, yeah. Not Stacks, no. Chili's on top of the table, $1. $8, $8. $1 I have was two. Bid on two, so $1, number 161. $1, number 161 takes the wooden box for the tools and the tool box. Chili's on top of the table, $1. $1 anywhere. Okay. Alright. Put these in piles. Alright, we have two piles. There's the pile and that's the pile. Okay? Choice of the piles on here, $2. $2, two, bid on two. Don't make them take it home. About $1. $1. Oh, they don't like it. $1, $1 I have. Where's two? Bid on two. Sold $1, number 141. $1, number 141. You know what? We're going to do this first. We're going to do this separate. On the professional chop saw. There you go. You heard him. On the chop saw, $10. $10 on the chop saw, 10, bid on 10, anywhere 10. I'll take 5. 5, I have no 7.5. 7.5, not 10. 10, bid on 10, anywhere 10, bid on 10. 10 I have, not 12.5. 12.5, anywhere 12.5. So $10 your way. That was you, number 131. $10, number 131.
I'm multitasking.
Man, oh man, you're an important guy around here. And I'm not joking about that either. I appreciate it. Choice on top of the table, $5. 5, bid on 5. 5 I have, not 7.5. 7.5, not 10. 10, bid on 10, anywhere 10. Sold $7.5. Number 133.
Matchbox. Nice choice, the one with the red line in it.
Yep.
No, the one with the slot car in it.
Oh, slot
The
car.
slot car, that's what he saw.
You didn't see the red line in this one.
Oh boy. 5? 5 I have, where's 7.5? 7.5, anywhere 7.5. 7.5, not 10. 10, bid on 10, anywhere 10. Sold $7.5, number 145. $7.5, number 145. Is that what you wanted? I'm looking for 5. 5 I have, not 7.5. 7.5, anywhere 5. Sold $5.
Vacuum cleaner, wire. And the games.
Yes, he was at 5. And the
How
game.
many stacks? All of them?
All of them he's taken, yeah?
So, what's his number again? 11? 11.
11, yeah. At the white van by the taco stand over there. Sure.
Vacuum is 9, and wire's 10. 10 times.
I know my mic is cutting out a little bit, but I'm trying to not replace the battery. We don't have that much farther to go, so if I cut out once in a while, that's why. Joey's on
Wire's working. You made it right on that wire's working on.
Yeah, it is. Joey's on top of the table, $5. 5 I have, no 7.5. 7.5, anywhere 7.5. Sold $5, number 125. $5, number 125. Foosball table. $1 on the money. Choice on top of the table, $5. 5, bid on 5, bid on 5, bid on 5. 2.5. 2.5, now 4. 4, bid on 4. 4, now 6. 6, 6, bid on 6, anywhere 6. Sold $4, number 153. $4, number 153.
Two times?
Joyce on top of the table, $2.50. $2.50 I had, now 4. 4, bid on 4, bid on 4, anywhere 4. Sold $2.50. Usually number 131. $2.
Hardware. Goodbye. It's 2.5.
2.5, yes. My cut now like that.
Kind of hard to look at right too.
It is, yeah. Joyce on top of the Joyce on top of the table, $2.50. $2.50 I have, now 4. 4, bid on 4, bid on 4, anywhere 4. Sold $2.50, number 153. $2.50, number 153. And the toolbox. Like a Tundra?
Possibly.
Possibly a Tundra?
Tundra or little four-wheel drive pickup. They got 1, 2, 3 piles.
Okay. Choice on top of the table of the piles. Choice of the piles on the table. $2.50. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, anywhere 2.5. I'll take 2. $2. 2, 2, bid on 2, anywhere 2. Going once? No? I wouldn't. Going once? At $2. Going twice? No bid? Pass. When you go to check out, you'll see there's a sign on the back of the van. I have a very short consignment sale coming up on the 18th. There's some decorative items, there's some beautiful furniture. If you're in the market for some used furniture, but some of it's pretty old, but it's in great condition. There's some decorative items, and there's a Toyota Tundra that the body's not so good, but the engine and transmission are real strong yet. So it's going to be a short sale, but it's on the 18th of August. And choice on top of the table or anything on the ground in the front, $10. $10 for choice, 10, 10, bid on 10, anywhere 10, 10, bid on 10, what about 5? Woo, 5 everywhere. I saw Chester first, $5, now 7.5. 7.5 I had, not 10. 10, 10, bid on 10, anywhere 10, 10, bid on 10. Sold $7.5, number 153. $7.5, number 153. Ain't that something? Choice on top of the table, anything on the ground in the front. $5 I have, now 7.5. 7.5, 7.5, now 10. 10, 10, bid on 10, anywhere 10. Sold $7.5, number 161. $7.5, number 161.
And we're back from the tailgate auction. Looks like it's just in time too, because it looks like it's about ready to start raining any minute here. There was only 4 or 5 consigners, so we were done relatively quickly. I took a bunch of stuff that I had no money in. Basically, when I buy storage units, if it has mismatched tools or like a screwdriver or a wrench or something goofy like that, I just kind of throw them in a box. And if I find a unit with like an empty toolbox, I just kind of throw all the tools in that. Well, this little shed here was full of just mismatched boxes of tools, so I filled up the truck and took that. Made $135 and I spent $4. So all in all, it was a pretty good day for only a couple hours worth of being out. I spent $4 on 2 items, and I picked up 1 item for free, which you just saw a little bit of. I'll go into that first. This is my ultimate find of the day. This is a porcelain top table. These pieces here are the leaves that come out and make the table bigger. I do have the drawer. It does need a little bit of work on where the drawer attaches. I can fix that with a screw gun and a little bit of paint in about 15 minutes. So, put this right here. I'll show you how this works. You basically pull out this part. On either side, and it makes the table longer. But it's in really great shape. The top has only got a little bit of staining on it, which I think most of that'll come off. Oh yeah, that'll, if you look at the little spots on here. Let's get this off. Just a little bit of spit on my finger. Look at that. So yeah, I'll touch this thing up, clean it up really good, and this will be an ultimate find for the booth. It's not a, there's a very desirable brand of this table that if you look anywhere in the design and you see the word Mookie, M-O-K-I, they are very desirable tables, to the point where I was told that the people that collect those will remove the top from the table and just hang the top on their wall like artwork, because they're so hard to find. This, unfortunately, is not a Mookie. This is a Kookie. So, still, great find. Free money as far as I'm concerned, because this will go in the booth for probably close to $100. So, let's see what else we picked up. I picked up a globe for $2. There's a way to find out. Certain globes are worth more than others, I guess, because of, you can tell the year that they were made by certain countries that are either on there or absent from there or divided differently. This one doesn't seem to be real old. I'll have to look on it later to see if I can find a date on it. But still, people collect them. I'll throw that in the booth for, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks and see what happens. So we picked up that, and we picked up this tote. Basically, I bought it for the tote. The tote was $2. These with a lid, anybody that's been to a Walmart or a store knows that they're like $5 or $6 for a tote. And this has stuff in it. This nice tin Ty Cobb metal sign. It's not new, it's not old. I mean, it's got tags on it, but still $10. That'll go in the booth. Old baseball looking theme. We got an old Mac hauling hat. Kind of cool with the old Mac wrecker on there. We got a Egyptology book. This one might give the cue. Kind of let you read up about Egypt. This little picture, which is pretty neat. It's kind of like an Asian 3D art that when you move it, it does, it like almost looks like it's changing. Oh, screen went blank. There we go. So, my mom collects Asian stuff and like gypsy kind of related items. I'll see if she's interested in that. But yeah, the tote was worth a couple bucks that I paid. There's not much else in here, a lot of junk. United, we shall overcome. Bend and peel. Oh, a sticker. That's pretty cool. That's neat. So, that's what we picked up. All in all, not a lot of stuff, but enough stuff to make it worth my while. All fits in a nice handy dandy tote. There we go. Alright, now, earlier in the video, I mentioned a young man that drove from East Brunswick, New Jersey. Drove an hour and a half to come watch the auction. I was going to plug his YouTube channel, but he does not have one. Here he's just a fan and likes watching the videos. So I want to thank Matt for coming out today, purchasing some stuff, having some fun, getting to know us a little bit. And thanks for making the drive out. It was really cool to meet you. Get a YouTube channel, start making videos, start living the dream like somebody else I know says, and keep living that auction life. So again, hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave your comments, leave your questions. If there's something you'd like to see, any ideas for any challenges you'd like us to try. I'm going to try later this month. I think it's next Friday, there is a storage unit auction. It's like a whole chain of them. There's like 60 some units. I am going to try the $50 or $100 challenge. I'm not sure which one yet. To buy a locker, don't even go through the boxes, take it right to the tailgate or right to an auction or flea market and just sell it and see what I make. So that being said, time for my dad joke. My dad joke was given to me via Facebook, and it's not necessarily your question punchline joke. It's kind of like a regular joke, but it's just so goofy it's funny. Okay, here we go. A weasel walks into a bar, and the bartender drops his towel, and he's looking at him. He's like, oh my gosh, I have been a bartender for, I don't know, 50 or 60 years, and I have never had a weasel come in my bar. What can I get you? Pop, goes the weasel. Thanks for watching. Keep living that auction life, and see you next time. Have a great day. Okay, auction lifers, here's a little bit of bonus footage. This is going to be an interesting little snippet that I don't know what I'm going to stick this on. I might put it on with the junk auction just because of the time that it happened. Weeks ago, probably almost a month ago, I purchased a storage unit down in Trenton, New Jersey. And it was when I first got the camera, and the footage, it was real dark in there. I couldn't film, and I don't know if that video came out. I think we may have just scrapped the whole idea. So one of the things in the unit that I found was rather interesting. Legally, if you come across firearms or narcotics, you are supposed to turn them into your local police department. If you find personal effects such as birth certificates, death certificates, family albums, stuff like that, you are allowed to take them back to the facility for them to return to the owner. However, this is not the case here. I contacted the facility, and I was told that they were taking no personal items back. It's your problem. You paid for the unit. You get everything entirely in the unit is your responsibility. If you don't want it, throw it away. That's what I was told. And in this unit, I found something I have not found in all of the years and units that I've been doing this, and that is someone's ashes. They are in a crematorium box. They are marked with the person's name and the day that they passed. And also in this unit, I found a couple of high school diplomas, one of them being the same last name but the woman's first name, so I'm assuming it's either her husband or maybe her brother. So I contacted the facility, and I was told, don't bring that here, you handle it, your problem. So it kind of leaves you in a quandary as to what to do. I don't want to just throw them away. That's disrespectful. I contacted the corporate office and explained the situation, and they basically gave me the nicer answer of what the facility owner gave me, and it's your problem, you deal with it. I went to the local magistrate building, and she sympathized with my situation, but told me there's nothing really that she knew that they could do. So that brings us to today, and I called the Pennsylvania State Police Barracks and asked them, what am I supposed to do? And sometime today they're going to send a state trooper to my property to get the information off of the items. I don't know if they're going to take possession of them or not. I really hope they do, because I don't want this at my house. So we will see what happens. I will give you an update once the officer leaves as to what they're going to do. But for anybody out there that buys storage units that has come across this, I don't know how you handled it. And for all you people out there that bought storage units that haven't come across it, hopefully this will shed some light on what you're supposed to do. I mean, you could be the type of person that would just say, you know what, it's in a plastic box, I'm going to recycle, I'm just going to throw it away. I'm not dealing with it. But I'm sure that person's final request was not to be thrown in the recycling bin or in the trash. But I mean, now that you think about it, I'm sure their last request wasn't to live in a storage unit either. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm kind of a little nervous. I don't know what the trooper's going to tell me. So we shall see. Stay tuned. Okay, so the trooper just got done doing what we got to do, and it took the trooper one phone call to the facility to let them know that they need to handle this. They immediately gave him the contact number for the previous owner of the unit, and the remains are now on their way to being reunited with the family member. She was very appreciative. It was the right thing to do, but it took the state trooper to get involved to get the facility to actually do the right thing. So when in doubt, turn it into the police and they'll go from there. So that's going to wrap this part of the video up. This is probably just going to be a addition to another unit, or maybe I'll add it to the tailgate or the junk auction or something. So no joke here. This is just a little bit of extra information. When in doubt, call authorities, go the right route. Might cost you a few dollars, like even if you get a bunch of paperwork and you feel like birth certificates and stuff like that, and the facility won't take them, you should still try and get them to their rightful owners. It's the good thing to do. It's the only good part about that type of business, because basically you're buying stuff that people can't afford to pay for. It's kind of a rough way to go about it, to make a living, to make money off of people's misfortune. So if you can do a little bit to even the karma scales out a little bit, it always helps. That's enough preaching for now. Back to looking at junk. Bye.